It dives to the center of the infield. Green is out. There is car number 93 jumping to the front of the class, and that is Dan Dembeck. Dembeck looks racy at the point. He's running away from the competition. That's not the story for second. Look at car number 53 coming to the front of the field, Matt.
That's Allison Coelho. Her dad is on the sideline, but she is doing a great job getting into second. Brandon Michael finally has an opening. He greyhounds his way to third, and Johnny Walker, he could win big in the point battle tonight. He is trying to scramble to get into the top four.
Andy Marquise is also coming to the front of the field. He was in the winner's circle. He liked that, and he's looking to do the same tonight. Keep your eyes on Secor, defending champion, running with a heavy heart, bottom of the top 10. Meanwhile, back up front, Brandon Michael, the color yellow like a canary, will move into second.
So he is doing a lot of tweeting right now because he got by Allison Coelho trying to make the same move as Johnny Walker. But Allison, she is tough tonight. Andy Marquise has moved into fifth. David Como in sixth. And David Secor is on the verge of being passed out by the 47 car, driven by Scott Fanning.
Meanwhile, take a look at Walker. He goes to the outside of Coelho. She goes up the racetrack, shuts the door rather impressively. Leader comes up on a lap car. It almost cost the leader the number one spot. Brandon Michael reels him in like a Tom and Jerry cartoon. Cat and mouse action for the lead, and all of a sudden look at Walker. Matt, we haven't seen Walker run that strong in quite some time.
And maybe the fastest car on the track right now is a 47 of Scott Fanning. As we have a problem, as the car is stranded, I believe that's Doug Phelps, who is loitering between the first and second turn, and it will bring out our second yellow of the race.
We apologize again. They are working feverishly on our scoreboard here at the Speedway. We had a few bad storms this past week, midweek, and unfortunately we didn't realize that there was some type of a problem with the scoreboard, but they are working feverishly to get it back and operating for your enjoyment tonight. Remember, the Midway has plenty of great food prepared just the way you like it. Try one of those great sausage sandwich from my girls right down behind Broadcast Central, or some chicken fingers and fries, or visit any of the other great locations as well. Best food, best pricing, best for family value and fun. If you doubt it, take a look at the waistlines of Matt Buckler, Ben Dodge, and Jim Wayne, and you'll know the real story we like to eat.
Yeah, it's tough to be on a diet during racing season, as those chicken tenders are award-winning, great hand-cut fries that they have in that booth, and of course, those sausage grinders are, well, I would have been a lot more slender if it wasn't for that booth on the Midway.
That is so true. That is so true.
Right now, trying to move out in front is Dembeck. Here's a young kid. He is having a blast driving. Very low-key, kind of laid-back kind of race driver. But right now, he has a heavy right foot as he regains the lead.
Oh, trouble. Jeff Jolly gets bounced around, does a 360, but somehow keeps it going in the right direction in the Casa Grande Builders machine. To the back straightaway. Our attention shifts. Three-wide action. Look at the 47, Matt. That is Scott Fanning. He's a veteran, and he's looking really racy tonight.
He might have the fastest bullet in the chamber. Marquise has third. All over him like ice water in an ice bucket challenge is that number 47 car of Fanning. He relaxes. Now Johnny Walker moves in.
He sure does. Walker hasn't been that strong in recent weeks, but tonight he's got that car dialed in and looking racy. Walker is all over the back bumper of Marquise, third right now, but for how long? Side-by-side racing is the battle for the fifth spot. Here comes Fanning up to position number 5. Car number 47 is coming to the front. Coelho is there, Como is there, and we've got a battle for the third spot, Matt, and Marquise drops off the pace. Car number 5, a heartbreaker there.
That car lost its heart as it stumbles back onto the pit road. So some of the guys who are normally at the front are having problems. Ryan Ferd in the 3, Frank Latois in the 33, and now Andy Marquise is out of the race.
Sure is. That's a heartbreaker. All of a sudden he gets it fired back up, and he looks to return to the competition here. Back to the front of the field. Leader still remaining. The number 93 of Dan Dembeck. Looking good. Brandon Michael reeling him in, getting closer, and look at Fanning. He's just moved around Walker. Scott Fanning has moved into the third spot. All of a sudden, Walker fights back. They are wheel-to-wheel down the back straightaway.
Scott Fanning started in the last row, and he has infiltrated his way into third. Plenty of drama at the front of the field. Dombeck looking for his first ever win here at Stafford, and he is leading by about the length of a carrot stick over the 74 of Brandon Michael.
Brandon Michael is there. He's just got to be patient as the laps continue to tick away. Down the back straightaway, Fanning is trying to move in. He's on the podium, but he wants more than a third. Meanwhile, look a little further back in the field, and you'll see there are some other cars surfacing and coming to the front. The number 29 car is doing just that.
That's Trace Beyer looking for his second win of the season. Right now, he is tap dancing on the back bumper of the Allison Coelho car. Things are heating up at the front. Dombeck trying to hold on. Fanning has come from the outskirts in Bear Grylls country at the start of the race to move into third. The top three cars could fit on top of an ice cube.
Scott Fanning's car, when he steps on the gas, it just goes. It is far superior to the power of the two cars in front of him. Off the second turn, down the back straightaway. Watch Fanning, Matt. He just steps on the gas. Wow. He is there alongside of Brandon Michael, but Brandon Michael's got the handles as they're wheel-to-wheel off turn 4.
Brandon Michael, remember he had a flat tire early last week that kind of ruined his night. Now he relinquishes second to Fanning. There's no question, Fanning is the fastest pony on the merry-go-round, but can he track down Dan Dombeck? Dombeck is hungry. He has never won before in Stafford.
The same can be said about Scott Fanning. He's all over him as they come off turn number 4. Dombeck is the leader. Back to the stripe they come. Once again, it is Dombeck, but look at Fanning. It's almost like he's playing with the throttle on the race car. He comes on strong, but not strong enough. Down the back straightaway. Dombeck is still there. Coelho, the 53 car, goes spinning again on the front straightaway. Change for the lead, turn 3.
Here comes Fanning underneath Dombeck, and it is Fanning, the missile at the front of the field. Down to the final 2 laps. Scott Fanning trying to keep it together. Battle for second between Dombeck and Michael, but the man they're trying to corral, Scott Fanning, from the back row to the cat house seat.
He sure does. He is out in front and pulling away. Look at Brandon Michael. Walker is there. They're challenging Dombeck off the turn. Scott Fanning's got himself a victory here at Stafford if he can hold on as they come back to the line. Brandon Michael to finish in second. Walker to finish in the third spot. Dombeck unofficially in 4 in the final circuit if they can hold on. But now Brandon Michael takes back the lead.
And Fanning gets it back as they blister their way into the third corner. Here comes Fanning. Michael making a charge as they come off turn 4 for the final time.
To the stripe they come, and Scott Fanning has done it. He'll take down the victory. Brandon Michael will finish in second. Walker for the third spot. Como will finish in the 4th spot. Dombeck, who did a great job, will finish among the top 5. And then it'll be the 29 in the 6th spot, followed by Secor to finish in 7th.
Now, I know Scott Fanning, this is his first win ever at Stafford Motor Speedway, but we've also seen him run a lot of races at Thompson, and I don't think he's ever won a race at Thompson, so this could be the first career win ever for Scott Fanning, a night that he'll never forget, and he did it in very intriguing fashion. He had the lead, lost it to Brandon Michael on the last lap, and he still had enough perseverance to get it back. So a great comeback on the 15th lap for Scott Fanning. Brandon Michael, this is a kind of performance we expect to see all the time from Brandon Michael. And Johnny Walker, he will cut into the big lead owned by Frank Latois in the Dare Stock standings with a maximum of 4 races to go.
It's going to come right down to the wire. We can see that. We also want to remind you that the Valente Modified Racing Series drivers are signing autographs in Napa Autograph Alley, located behind the small grandstand area, which is located behind turn number 4. We invite you to stop on down and say hello. Into Napa Victory Lane is another brand new winner here at Stafford. Good run for Brandon Michael to finish in second, and Johnny Walker. Good comeback to finish among the top 3. Heartbreaker in that race has to be Frank Latois, Matt, who right initially on the start, something went awry in that race car.
Yeah, it happened to him. It happened to Ryan Furr, last week's winner. and it was a tough night for the winner of 2 weeks ago, Andy Marquise. So a lot of successful guys had problems as we go to Napa Victory Lane and check in with Connor Sullivan.
Scott Fanning, first ever victory here at Stafford. Tell you what, this car looked like a rocket those last couple of laps. Outside, inside, talk about it.
It does. This car drives well. It always did. We ran into Thompson full seasons, few back, and the car runs great. John Carpenter really tries hard to get this car to roll. Bates Auto Parts, JC Pizza, JC Motorsports, all big sponsors on this car. These guys work hard all the time, and I need a drink of water.
Who would you like to thank for getting you to Napa Victory Lane tonight?
John Carpenter Sr. No matter what happens, he never gives up. He absolutely never gives up. He's got a heart of gold, that guy.
All right, that's the word from Napa Victory Lane. First time winner here, Scott Fanning, to bring it on home. As we'll wait for our second place finisher, Brandon Michael, to come in. Definitely a heck of a last few laps out there. Here he is. Looked like he had a shot at it with about 2 to go. What happened?
Well, I should have won it. I probably got the only legal car out here, but I got to thank my crew. I mean, we deserve a win. We should be in victory lane right now. These Thompson cars come out of nowhere, and all of a sudden they take our spot. If they want to run big motors, I'll put a big motor in next week. I'm ready for it. This car, we've been struggling. We got to put back together. I mean, I started in a decent spot this week. Last week we had a bad finish. But, I mean, I got to thank Johnny Walker for running me clean. We've had a hell of a race. I mean, me and him are just two real good competitors. We had an incident last week, but I got to apologize to him. I mean, we're both running for the championship just as much as Frank Latois is. But I got to thank all my sponsors, Gary from Connecticut Lawn Care, Rad Auto Machine for the awesome horsepower. I got to thank John Berardi, man. If it wasn't for him setting his car up, I don't know where I'd be. I got to thank Bedrock Farm, Whip City Cleaning, Bolat's Power Equipment. He's new this week. Tradesman New England, and 811 Dig Still for their big money they gave me this year. Thanks a lot.
All right, that's the word from our second place finisher, Brandon Michael. Let's bring in our number 3 guy, Johnny Walker. You came out of nowhere at the end as well.
Yeah, sure had my work cut out for me. This handicap system has us starting in the back every week for getting all those wins at the beginning of the year. And yeah, it's tough coming through the pack, but if you just take your time, do it right, you'll get there. I got to thank my sponsors, Borbo Welding, Teresa Bedford, and I got to thank my crew, my mom, Garrett Peace, and I think that, and Kickback Motorsports.
All right, that's the story from Johnny Walker and the Dare Stocks. Let's send it back up to the tower.
He's had motor problems the last 2 weeks, which means car number 66 driver will be hungry in the Cost Central Auto at North End Auto Parts car, the Bulldog, Eric Burt.
Stafford's all-time winningest driver, the one, the only, sets behind the wheel of car number 13. Freightliner of Long Island is the sponsor. Ladies and gentlemen, from Plainville, Connecticut, TC Ted Christopher.
Then it will be the Tenacious One in car number 81 from Summers in the Cooker Construction Barnes Pools car. Here is Todd Owen.
Keep your eyes on this gentleman, moving on to the all-time win list and moving up the ladder. The Flamingo Motorsports Jane Page Plumbing and Heating car. The Scavora Racing Family number 50 from Stafford Springs, Connecticut, Woody Pitcats.
Joey Zip Drive will be next in car number 84 from Waterbury. In the AVI International car, it's Joey Cipriano.
Car number 99 is up next for the birthday boy. The Monk's Mechanical Hand Cleaner Hitchcock Cool Water Kelly Iverson owned race car. From Huntington Valley, Pennsylvania, car number 99 for Rowan Pennick.
This driver, third in the nation in the Whelen All-America Series in car number 88. He is sponsored by Mr. Rooter and Wheeler's Auto, Kid Rock, Keith Rocco.
Then it's the Johnson Motorsports, number 15. Former champion of the NASCAR Whelen Modified Tour from Middletown, Connecticut, car 15 for Doug Colby.
The point leader in car number 2, Ryan Priest.
The all-time veteran from Canton, Connecticut, drives the Canton Auto Supply, number 96. It is Kurt Brainerd.
Then it will be Tommy Bowles in car number 76 as we turn him loose.
Field is up to speed into turn number 1. On the outside, Sean Foster, Mr. Short Track Racer, muscles up, some giddy up, and Foster will lead him into turn 4. Up on the high side, back to the line, 3 wide, Matt, as they come to turn 1.
Digging on the bottom was Matt Galco trying to get by Christopher, but Ted Christopher lunges into third, and he is going after the 10 of Dan Avery.
Down the back straightaway, good racing. Christopher up to the 3rd spot. Here comes Woody Pitcat. Ryan Priest, high, wide, and handsome. He'll battle for the 5th spot. Rowan Pennick moves to the top side. He's coming to the front. The cream is already there, and the battle is on.
Good battle between Pitcat and Priest for 4th place. Priest on the outside as he tries to rabble-rouse his way around Woody Pitcat, and Pitcat is holding him off by about the length of a molecule.
Down into turn number 2. Pitcat alongside Ryan Priest, side-by-side racing, and it's Priest who will take over the 4th spot. Here comes Rowan Pennick up the hill. Avery glued to the back bumper of the Grenade as they head to turn 1.
Avery hanging tough, wandering a little to the outside. Sean Foster has had one of the most frustrating seasons in his career. Dan Avery, it was in September last year he got his first win, making a move, and Dan Avery has just roller coastered his way into the lead.
Who says they can't teach an old dog new tricks? Because Dan Avery is pulled off the trick of the night to move down underneath Sean Foster. Christopher's waiting there. Priest is the quickest car in the racetrack. Down the back straightaway, Pennick is there. 5 cars dancing at the front of the field. Avery by a chrome horn as they come back to the line, but Foster doesn't give up.
As Avery nitros his way into the lead by about a breadcrumb over Sean Foster. Almost trapped on the outside is Ryan Priest. Remember, he runs well there, but he moves down low to work against Christopher's bumper, and now stuck on the outside is Sean Foster. He is going after Avery one more time.
Avery says when the car is on, he is on, and he is proving just that. Dan Avery out in front and now pulling away. Christopher with a little tap to the back bumper by Priest. Pennick is still there. Woody's there. Eric Burt, and the list that follows is just as strong.
Jarvis behind Burt. Todd Owen is next in 9th, and Keith Rocco rounding out the top 10.
Down the back straightaway, side-by-side racing for 3rd. It is Foster running the top side of the racetrack since the start. We are 9 laps in, and now Ryan Priest has moved into the 3rd spot.
And he is being annoyed by the double-barrel threat of Sean Foster and Rowan Pennick. Woody Pitcat, remember it was 1 year ago tonight that Woody Pitcat got his first win of 2013. He eventually won a championship, and right now he is moving in on the combination of Pennick and Foster.
Foster continues to try to hold on, but the inside has now suddenly come alive. Back to the front of the field, Avery, 10 laps in, the leader. Christopher still in 2nd. Here comes Priest with a crossover. He'll drive to the bottom. Doesn't work. Comes back into line. Pennick waiting there in the 4th spot. He waits no longer, Matt. Rowan Pennick is a man on the move.
As he tried to torpedo his way underneath Priest, he decided to wait. Pitcat a factor. Now a great battle between Foster and Burt. That is for 6th place. Deeper in the field, Doug Colby trying to climb up to the front. He has room on the bottom. He gets by Kid Rock.
Further back, Todd Owen is in that mix, along with Cipriano. Back up front. Priest time. Deuce is wild. Running for 2nd. Ryan Priest has it at the line. Position number 2. Short-lived. Christopher doesn't die in a do-or-die situation. Here comes Pennick, and Pitcat is back into the hunt.
The brightest flip on the radar screen might be Roland Pennick, but he has nowhere to go. He is bottled up right now by the combination of Priest and Christopher. Also fast is Pitcat. Foster making a resurrection in car number 25.
He certainly does, and runs strong. Now all of a sudden, Further back, we see another challenge. Doug Colby and Jervis have their own little war going on. Here comes Rowan Pennick. He's the tail that wags the dog. Priest is the man in second, and Pennick is up to the third spot. Battle is on for fourth. Pitcat working over Christopher. Side-by-side racing for position number 4.
And the man in jeopardy of losing another spot is Ted Christopher, because here comes Pitcat. And he is able to submarine his way underneath Christopher. He is in 4th place. While all that action is going on behind him, Dan Avery is able to open up a comfortable lead over Priest.
Dan Avery has had a roller coaster season in 2014. Nights of brilliance, but nights of horror. And tonight, he's hoping it'll be a night of brilliance, leading the field. Ryan Priest, Rowan Pennick, fastest lap just turned, 19:2:32. Pennick, bonsai move to the bottom. Priest slams the door. Here comes Pennick, Matt, off turn number 4.
He has momentum, but can he get second away from Priest? They go into turn number 1 together. And a lightning bolt move by Roland Pennick, and he has climbed into the number 2 position.
The birthday boy is about to bring his cake to the party. He's up to second. Dan Avery still your leader. Further back, side-by-side racing, Doug Colby, Bert the Bulldog, and Sean Foster.
Boy, it's almost like Dan Avery has sharp teeth for tires, because he is doing some digging. Having a pretty safe lead right now for between him and Roland Pennick, but we still have the second half of the race to go. We are halfway home with Dan Avery in the lead.
We've saved the best for last. The second half is yet to be told. Avery still out in front and pulling away. Ryan Priest turned in the quickest lap the last time by, 19:2:13. Priest is on a roll. Woody Pitcat up to the top 4. At the bottom of the top 5, it is Ted Christopher. In the 6th spot, it is Doug Colby. 7th position currently is the Bulldog. 8th is Foster. 9th spot is Jervis. And rounding up the top 10 is Cipriano with car number 84.
And Cipriano looking to make a move underneath Jarvis at the front of the field. The lead is shrinking. It is evaporating. Dan Avery, once led by a tractor trailer, now he is leading by about the length of a Volkswagen Bug against Rowan Pennick.
Who are the big movers and shakers in this event? Well, Ryan Priest started 14th and has moved into the top 3. All of a sudden, the 99 of Rowan Pennick started 12th, moved into the top 2. And where is Woody Pitcat? Well, he also is a mover and shaker, 10th up to 4. Not over with yet, 24 and counting. And Rowan Pennick is about to, well, work over Dan Avery. He's moved to the inside. Gallup is the lap car just in front of the leaders.
And let's see if Avery can use him as a pick as they blockbuster their way off the turn. Pretty good job by Avery to hold his lead. Dan Avery is going to be a very difficult driver to pass. Now Ryan Priest trying to move back in. Here comes Pennick. This could be the time for that bottom shot.
At the start of this season, no one thought that Rowan Pennick was going to be this strong. All of a sudden, he has been a huge factor in the SK Modifieds. He currently sits glued to the back bumper of Avery, down the back straightaway, 26 and counting. Rowan Pennick is all over him. Meanwhile, the Jones number 39 down on pit road, off turn 4. Inside lane opened up. Here comes the birthday boy. He not only has all the goods in the cake, but he's about to light him up for first match.
He's all over Avery like wax on a birthday candle. Here comes Rowan Pennick. Goes into turn number 4 with the lead.
Rowan Pennick in command. Fastest lap of the race. 19:144. Comes in on lap 28. Pennick, like Superman, is in command of this event. Avery still in strong as a factor in second. Priest is still in third. Pitcat is moving into the 4th spot. Bottom of the top 5, still Ted Christopher over Doug Colby, Burt, Foster, Cipriano, and Chase Dowling.
Well, Pennick might be Superman, but he has to deal with a couple of Lex Luthors behind him. Avery and Priest Woody Pitcat running in fourth. We are down to the final 10 laps. And Roland Pennick is trying to win for the fourth time in the last 5 weeks. Ryan Preece, he is trying to stir things up to get into second place.
And Dan Avery is on top of his game here tonight. They say you can't teach an old dog new tricks, but Avery is really tricky tonight, and he still holds on to second. The 10 car still setting in the second spot. All of a sudden, Preece sees a little daylight, but Avery comes off the turn like a rocket.
Boy, Avery does not give up space very easily. Here comes Preece again, looking to bumblebee his way underneath Avery, and once again, Avery has a veto power, so it was very difficult for Pennick to get by Avery, and that's even more the case for Ryan Preece.
The laps continue to tick away. 8 circuits remaining in this event. Preece is glued to the back bumper of Avery. He finds an opening. Side-by-side racing off turn number 4. Back to the line. Avery almost is able to shake him off. Preece is sideways. They touch. Here comes Pitcat. Pitcat moving in to challenge Preece. Avery is not about to get ruffled by any of the cars that follow.
Boy, what a great recovery by Preece. He looked like a balloon with the air coming out of it, and he was able to hold his line. We have yellow for the first time.
Caution flag
Turn
comes
4.
out. Car number 57 for Chase Dowling will spin between turns 3 and 4. Ladies and gentlemen, we are 34 laps in.
Wow, what a great green flag run. I think the best green flag run of the season.
And it was all-out racing. Dan Avery just did an amazing job.
Well, he's going to get another opportunity now because he'll be restarting alongside Roland Pennick with 6 laps to go. And the straw that could be stirring the drink is Ryan Preece. Now, while we're under yellow, we wanted to make sure that we had the official result of the dare stock. And now we look at the official order of finish, and we would like to congratulate tonight's winner, his second win of the season, Brandon Michael. So Brandon Michael has won it, Johnny Walker in second, David Como in third, and the official finish, Dan Dembeck in fourth, and Trey Spire in fifth. A great kid, Brandon Michael, the winner of the dare stock feature.
We also, too, want to talk a little bit about a couple of things that's happening that kind of went under the radar. And among those being, Doug Colby has moved into the 5th spot. Keith Rocco, who started the event in 10th, has struggled, and there apparently seems to be a problem with that race car down on pit road as the 88 car is there. Rocco is not having the run of his career here tonight.
I think he got up to about 8th place and then started shuffling backwards.
And Connor is down there. Connor, what do you see?
Looks like they're making air pressure adjustments to both rear tires. And they're also making an adjustment on the left front as well. So obviously car not to Keith's liking. So see what it does for him these final 6 laps.
Well, the final 6 laps, 3 miles left in the competition here. Pick your favorite. But who's it going to be, Matt?
Now, we would like to wish a happy birthday to Mallory Hahn from Dad. And Mallory Hahn hopes Ronnie Williams, 59SK, wins. Ronnie is her favorite driver. Happy birthday to Evan Longtorno, a longtime race fan who works at Stebbins Auto Glass, from your Turn 1 friends. So happy birthday to Evan and your buddies in Turn number 1. Wish you the best.
Step on the gas, full throttle racing down to Turn 1. Pennick, inside lane, looks racy. Avery leads the brigade on the outside. But Avery, the comeback kid of the night, he is running on rails on the top side, but Ryan Preece has picked up the spot. Trouble. Foster goes spinning. Sliding down through the infield. 2 cars. Foster goes backwards.
Nicole Morgillo also involved. She is in John Deere country. Yellow comes out. Doug Colby was able to get by Woody Pitcat. We'll see if the lap counts. And Doug Colby started pretty far back in this race. And in 35 laps, He is gone
from
the
15th
middle
position.
of Crystal Lake
Yep.
to I think, into 4th place. So a great run by Doug Colby, who hasn't been here for 3 weeks, but he has sure put on a clinic tonight.
And a tough break again for Sean Foster, who was so strong at the start of this event and did a good job heading backwards down towards turn number 1 to keep the car out of the line of fire as the Family Ford of Enfield Safety Services crew clean the inside of the front straightaway area, checking the racing surface before we're set to go back to green flag racing. Rich Keeter on the starter's stand with Tim Bennett.
Well, what a restart this is going to be. The leader in the month of August, Rowan Pennick, remember he won the $5,000 to win SK 5K back on July 26, and since winning that, he hasn't stopped winning. He has 3 wins. Ryan Priest has 6 victories. They'll be starting in the front row as Sean Foster is headed to the safety road. Dan Avery looking for his first win of the year. And Doug Colby. It has been a long time since Doug Colby has won an SK modified race here at Stafford, but he is in a pretty good position with 5 laps to go. And let's see, when exactly was the last time that Doug Colby won? Well, it was a long time ago, so we are checking that out. But he is, his last win, it's a small time, Ben, so bear with me here. September 24th, 2009. So it's been almost 5 years since Doug Colby has won in an SK.
So we're about ready to get him fired back up. Pennick on the inside. Priest, row number 1. Row number 2. Dan Avery, Doug Colby, Woody Pitcat, Ted Christopher, Eric Byrne, and Joey Cipriano. Green is out and Priest blisters on by. He is out in front. Rowan Pennick definitely was surprised by that one.
Well, it looked like Pennick was in cruise control on the restart, and Ryan Priest was at full speed. In third is Doug Colby. So Doug Colby with an opportunity as he will try to scalpel his way underneath Pennick in the fight for second.
Here comes Rowan Pennick, high side, low side. The tail that wags a dog is Doug Colby. Priest is the leader. Further back, they're side by side and doubled up. 37. It's Priest in command.
Now Ted Christopher is moving up. He takes a shot at Doug Colby in a battle for third. Pennick, do or die move. Here he comes, making a Tasmanian double move, and he made it look easy to take the lead.
And right there with him comes Doug Colby up to second. Priest drops back to third, make it fourth as Christopher moves into the third spot. 38 and counting. Clock is ticking. 3 wide further back in the field.
Cipriano hit the wall hard. Also involved is Chase Dowling, but a hard hit, thundering the wall was Cipriano, and the yellow comes out for the 4th time.
Caution flag comes out, 38 laps up on the big board. The caution, Joey Cipriano hits at a ton underneath the Comatec billboard just to the right of the scoreboard in the backstretch. You see the black mark.
Ooh.
And that is not how you'd like to leave your name in the record books here at Stafford.
He was in 8th place before that happened. Unfortunately, that was a vicious Richter scale type hit right in the middle of the backstretch.
Now, Linda's been keeping track over here at Broadcast Central of the leaders, the movers and shakers. Here's how it went down. First 4 laps, Sean Foster was the big dog. Then on lap number 5, Dan Avery took the lead. He held on impressively to lap number 27. Rowan Pennick led 28 through 35. Ryan Priest used a restart to his advantage to lead lap 36. But by the time lap number 38 showed up on the board, it was car number 99, Rowan Pennick, back in command.
So he has had an amazing summer. All season long, they had a problem keeping that car on the track. It was accidents. It was mechanical problem. Remember earlier this season, that dramatic ride that Rowan Pettick took on his roof. And that knocked him back a bit. But Jimmy Fuller, the crew chief, had kept fighting back. And he said, if we ever can start finishing races, we had a car that's good enough to dominate. So here's what they have done in the past few weeks. July 26, victory. Then in the week after that, he finished, Rowan Pettick finishing in 6th. Then another victory, then a third, then another win. So 3 wins in the last 5 races. To say that he is on fire, well, I would say that would be the understatement of the year. He is so hot, that is a reason for global warning.
You are absolutely right, Matt. Got to point out some other things. The intensity of the race up front has been so strong that there's a couple of stories that need to be addressed here. Richie Palai started this event in the 20th position with car number 93. He is currently running in the 9th spot. Now, you might have remembered earlier this season in the NASCAR Wheel and Modified Tour, when a mechanical problem in the throttle stuck, and Richie Palai took one of the most violent rides that we've seen in a long time here at Stafford, down into turn 3 and 4. He has been setting out the Wheel and Modified Tour events as they prepare their car and get it back. They only came to Stafford once this season with the Lucas Oil number 93. Tonight, Palai started 20th up to 9th. That's worth a shout out, as this kid has some talent, and he's also turning some heads here tonight as well. So, work still continues. The Family Ford of Enfield crew getting a workout underneath the Eagle fence and guardrail sign. I invite you to take a look at the billboards down the backstretch here at Stafford. Please support these great businesses. We couldn't do it without their support. If you'd like to be a part of a race program here at Stafford, call the management office, speak with Lisa Root or any of the staff. And among our newest is Green Carpet Lawn Care. And they are located in between the Wheeling sign in turn number 3 and the Napa sign. Remember, no smoking in the main grandstand area. That's the rule, the golden rule here at Stafford. If you want to smoke, there's other places to do it. But in the main grandstand, the only smoke that's going on is happening in front of you, and these SKs are smoking up a storm.
Well, this has been a golden year for the SK Modifieds. And another great battle tonight, and it's not over. You have Rowan Pettick, who is hot. Doug Colby has not won an SK Modified race in 5 years. He's won Wheel and Modified Tour races here, but not in the SK. So after a 3-week vacation, he has come back strongly tonight. Ted Christopher looking for one win, number 102 in his career. So you know what, Ben? Let's get ready for the 3 most exciting words in motorsports. Green, white, checker. To determine the winner of this 40-lap SK Modified feature. So many times it comes down to a green, white checker, and you have an all-star team making up the first 3 rows of the field.
You certainly do. You can even carry that 4 or 5 rows back as well. Double file will make you smile. That's what Matt Buckler has always said. It is the truth. It's what the Cup teams do. And Todd Owen is down on pit road. If it wasn't for bad luck, no luck at all.
Kobe gets a pretty good breakaway, but Pettick gets a better one. Now Christopher trying to wrestle second away from Kobe.
Down the back straightaway, Christopher gets a second wind. He's down underneath Kobe. Pettick is still there. Throw a little Avery into the mix, a little Priest, and who'll be the guy that stirs the drink here, Matt?
Well, it's a lot of Rowan Pettick. Christopher emerges into second, getting by Kobe. But here comes Pettick, 2 turns away from victory.
No question about it. It is a battle for second. Pettick still the leader. Checker flag is out, and Rowan Pettick has done it again on his birthday here at Stafford.
And by virtue of our electronic scoring, at least in our monitor, well, we will wait until it is on the board. But second between Doug Colby and Ted Christopher. And then in fourth, it's Dan Avery. In fifth is Ryan Priest.
Sixth is Woody Pitcat. Seventh spot is Eric Byrne. Great run for Richie Pillai to finish in the 8th spot. Chase Dowling for 9th. Matt Galka will finish in 10th.
Then it's Michael Jarvis, 11th. Kurt Brader, 12th. Tommy Bowles, 13th. Keith Rocco, 14th. And 15th, Nicole Morgillo.
Sean Foster, 16th. 17th position, Joey Cipriano. Todd Owen, another tough one, will finish in 18th. Jeff Gallup, his first outing, 19th. Tommy Membrino, 20th. And Chris Jones, 21st. Timing and scoring has just checked Ted Christopher by, well, micro.
Well, our scorers have made the decision, and Ted Christopher finishes in second. Doug Colby in third, as we did not want to say anything until it was on the scoreboard, but now it's official. Ted Christopher has moved into second, and he is going to move up a little bit against Ryan Priest. He will gain 4 points. So heading into the final 4 weeks of the season, Ted Christopher will be in second in the standings, 18 points behind. But now second is under review, so we have taken the 2 numbers off the board, and we are in a holding pattern as far as second is concerned. That is still under review. So 2 points might be big to Ted Christopher, so this is a pretty big decision going on, but there was no controversy as far as our winner is concerned. Bouncing out of the car is Roland Pennick. He is standing by at Napa Victory Lane with Tony Sutton.
Well, Roland, that was quite the performance, and I'll tell you what, there was a lot of competition out there, very, very close in speed and time around this half mile.
Yeah, I couldn't ask for a better Hitchcock Pool Water number 99 tonight. Thing was amazing. Priest got by me there at the beginning when we were charging to the front, and this thing was so good I was able to go right back by him. Almost blew it there. I missed a shift on that one restart. Let a couple back in front of me, but this thing was so good I just went right back by him and got the win.
Well, I'll tell you what, very, very impressive drive. I know there's a lot of people that support you with this car and your effort. You want to mention a couple of them, I'm assuming.
Yeah, definitely. I got to thank Mike Pettit, Racing Engines, CD Chassis, everyone that puts into this car. Bob and Kelly, Jimmy Fuller, all these guys did an amazing job.
And the cake is not too far away. Happy birthday, by the way.
Thank you very much.
Roland, congratulations on your win tonight. Great job.
Thank you.
Well, we're still under review for second place and third place on the finish. It was that close. So we're just going to stand by down here for a couple minutes while Roland Pennick celebrates with his crew and friends and family and sponsors and mechanics and everything else. And for the time being, while the review is still underway, we're going to throw it back upstairs.
Well, thank you very much, Tony. We remind everybody we've still got a lot left tonight. Coming up next is the late model division. And then, of course, John Spence will be joining us for the Valente Modified Racing Series. A lot going on here at Stafford. Next Friday night, if you love the SKs tonight, you can see them next Friday night. Getting all excited here for the Back to School Blitz with fireworks in the air and fireworks on the racetrack as well. Then on Friday, July 12th, it's the weekly divisions and the Legends cars. On Sunday, September 14th, the Wild Things Karts Championship. On Friday, September 19th, we'll be all a little sad because it's the final Friday night shootout of 2014. But it's not over with yet. The Napa Auto Parts Fall Final Weekend, September 26th and 29th. Now, a look at the scoreboard tells the story. It's official. Ted Christopher finishes second. Doug Colby finishes third. Back to Tony Sutton.
Well, Ted, I'll tell you what, I've seen some close finishes at the line, but I was looking directly at the line. I couldn't tell.
Yeah, that was the good one. You know, I probably should have used him up, but you know, Doug's a good guy to race with, and I appreciate it. But I really want to thank my crew, Ryan Stone, Bob Phil, and Billy Bear Cleacho for straightening us out. We've been horrible the last 4 weeks, and finally we got a good run, and we got a couple points ahead of Ryan this time, so instead of losing too many.
Well, Ted, congratulations on second spot as the water flies, and we think the cake is coming as well.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Well, Doug Colby, you've been away for a couple of weeks on vacation, laying on the beach, whatever, but not a bad way to return, third place.
Yeah, I'm real happy for Glenn Johnson and my 15 guys. We really struggled for a couple weeks, so we took some time off to regroup and wanted to come back, and I think the 15 is back. I think tonight we came through traffic real good. We made a bunch of changes, and really it's all about those guys working hard in the shop, and we wanted to make sure if we were here right, and really happy to be third. I think we had something coming up through the field, and maybe next week we'll come back a couple spots higher up.
Well, one of the things that was really obvious, yourself included, is the quality of the drivers running up front or getting to the front is so broad. There's a number of guys, 8, 10 drivers and cars that are capable of getting up into the front. This is probably some of the tightest SK racing I've seen in a long time.
Yeah, really it matters the first couple laps what lane goes, and if you're in the lane that goes, you go, like I think Ryan went from about 16th to 12th or 10th in 2 laps, and then I had to get out there, so it took me a little longer, and once you get out front, then it's every man for himself, knock some wheels around a little bit, and get whatever spot you can. I thought we had something for Rowan there, but they've been on a roll lately, and keep building our notebook up with a slightly different setup, and maybe we'll be in victory lane by the end of the year.
Doug Colby, congratulations on third place.
Thanks, Tony.